New heads of DC Studios, James Gunn and Peter Safran, continue to hint about their DC Bible. That could very well include a world's finest. And Zack Snyder reveals if he's in talks with Warner Bros. Discovery and DC Studios. Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flix. My name is Chris Wong. So apparently today, Warner Bros. Discovery CEO David Zaslav has introduced Peter Safran and James Gunn to the entire company. They were on a global virtual meet and remarked that the two are working on a Bible for a cohesive DC universe that will span multiple business units over a full decade. Their plan is to tell one single story stretching across all aspects of the DC universe. Peter Safran says this was such a unique opportunity to tell one great overarching story, one beautiful big story across film, television, gaming, live action, and animation. Gunn added that they've already begun work on what will be an 8 to 10 year plan for the story. The opportunity to make DC as great as it can be, as it should be. That is the reason why I'm doing this job, because I know that Peter and I can do that. We spent the past couple of days with a group of some of the best thinkers in the industry, the best writers in the industry, starting to map out that 8 to 10 year plan of what it's going to look like in theater, in TV, in animation, across the board for these characters. Now, James Gunn also expressed his love for more obscure DC characters, such as the Metal Man and Batmite, but he's clearly a fan of the big heroes as well. In which this is the part I believe he is definitely teasing a world's finest movie by saying, I love Superman, and I love Batman. I love their interaction. I love the ways in which they're the same, and the ways in which they are completely different. And my God, if we are definitely continuing with Henry Cavill as Superman and Ben Affleck as Batman, then he must be referring to the interaction they've already had. Starting off with the conflict in Batman v Superman, then teaming up to fight Doomsday, then finally in Justice League and Zack Snyder's Justice League, they both teamed up to fight Steppenwolf. And not to mention, Dave the Film Junkie has been saying for a while now that he's heard they are actually actively trying to look into making a world's finest movie. But wow, as a Superman fan, I am so happy to see that there's going to be a Superman movie, there's going to be a world's finest movie, there's going to be another Justice League movie, and I don't know what's happening with Superman Black Adam, but we'll see. And just to solidify that James Gunn and Peter Safran are actually working on every DC movie, and every DC movie is going through them, the article does mention that if Gunn and Safran don't want to move forward with a specific DC project, then that project doesn't happen. Does that also mean they're responsible for Todd Phillips' Joker and Matt Reeves' The Batman as well? I'm starting to think so. But James Gunn has already teased out 2 other projects that may also be happening. The first one was Deadman, which I think is kind of a little clue to a possible Justice League Dark as well. We'll see. Then there's also the Lobo picture, in which comicbook.com got to ask Jason Momoa about that Lobo picture and what he thought of it.
I saw James post Lobo. Are those two?
Did he really?
He posted a photo of Lobo.
Show me.
Is your statement and his post connected at all?
Well, everyone knows I'm a comic book fan, and so the comic that I collect the most, and I have every comic there is, you can do your research and find out what it is.
Now, to me, that seems like confirmation for me that he gets to do a Lobo project. Now, there's a lot of talk on whether that means he's going to be Lobo, or is he going to just write, or even direct Lobo? Is it a Lobo animation? I don't know, but whatever it is, it just does seem like it's Lobo. In fact, ET Online even asked Jason Momoa about that dream project. He said, because of me and my dream, Zack Snyder, a long time ago, and now it went to Gunn, and went to my boy Safran, and they're like, hell yeah, which doesn't really tell us much. Well, there was that conversation when he talked to Zack about being Lobo. Dude, there was a lot of things that went through my head when he said Aquaman. There were a lot of things that went through my head. I was thinking like, Lobo, I'm going to play some kind of bad guy. I'm like, who am I going to play? And yeah, he said Aquaman. I was just like, come again? Pardon me? And then he explained why. I was like, whoa, buddy, I got your back. So even then, he still wanted to play Lobo. But what about the one where he was in Hawaii and seemed like so excited for some type of dream? Well, he told Cinema Blend that those two have no relation. It was 2 days of amazing news. That one is like beyond. That one trumps the DC one. And so when they asked him, does Maestro refer to Zack Snyder? Jason Momoa said, no. You have to dig deeper. It's the Holy Grail, and it's different than the DC thing. And I really can't say anything, that's it. So at that point, I think that project or whatever he's working on could really be from anything from having another baby, getting a new bike, getting another company, doing another movie. I don't know, a man has a lot of dreams. But suffice to say that Maestro wasn't Zack Snyder. In fact, there were a lot of questions online on whether Zack Snyder has even talked to James Gunn or David Zaslav at all. Now, I remember mentioning a while back that I even asked Zack Snyder about all that discussion online that David Zaslav called him up, and he kind of just laughed at me. But now, for a charity event, he finally revealed if they had any discussions at all.
Is this all just much ado about nothing? Is it a possibility you might be reintegrated back into that world?
Well, as far as I know, which is very little, I'm doing my thing and haven't had anyone give me a call or anything. So I'm just wishing them all the best and hoping that they make some cool movies.
Okay, because your stamp is across that whole,
yeah,
the Snyderverse.
And then when I saw Henry Cavill enter into the Black Adam world,
yeah,
I was like, oh, I hope this means more for Zack.
Well, I mean, I'm glad that I have your guys' support. That's very kind.
I'll write a letter for you if you want.
I mean, hey.
Yes.
Can't hurt.
But, the truth be told, I'm having an amazing time making this giant movie that I'm working on, and I couldn't be happier, so I really wish him all the best.
Right now, he's extremely happy at Netflix. He gets to make worlds over there on Netflix. But I gotta admit that maybe, in the future, sometime, who knows, if James Gunn would love to collaborate with Zack Snyder on something, or if James Gunn would like Zack Snyder to come in to work on a DC project, then he'll probably give him a call. Until then, I can't wait to see what Gunn and Safran has cooking up at DC. I can't wait to see Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon. Alright, what did you think about James Gunn and Peter Safran's new DC Universe Bible that they're creating over there at DC Studios? Share your thoughts in the comments down below.